Hi, John Dwyer here to give you a case study about a locksmith and how the locksmith went from bland to grand with just one simple layout. Stick with me and I'll show you how you could do the same thing for your business, maybe. Okie dokie, let me tell you about a locksmith and how we transformed his business mainly because I know everything, okay? And one of my greatest assets, of course, is my humility. This guy, he was a youngish guy, I don't know, early 30s, mid 30s. He came to one of my seminars and he was kind enough to volunteer to become a hot seat volunteer. And so that means they come up on stage and they sit down, and then I bring up their website or their advertising collateral that they may have given me, and we put it up on the big screen, and then I bag the crap out of it, embarrass the person. They hate me and hope that I die in my sleep. But generally speaking, because they can see the logic in what I tell them from a marketing perspective, they normally sign up. In fact, I've got a few of my people around here. They do, don't they? The hit rate that we have of these people is quite amazing. I can't believe it. I've done a Gordon Ramsay on them and told them that they should be driving to Bunnings to buy some rope because that is the worst website I've ever seen. They sign up to my program, so it just goes to show that, let me see, I'm not a consultant, I'm an insultant, and that works. Let me tell you what this guy was doing. Really nice fellow. Didn't have a website, would you believe, and so we had to create a one-page website for him. But he showed me what he had been doing in terms of letterbox drops. Now, he was a locksmith, a typical locksmith, okay? Nothing particularly different about what he did compared to anyone else, so it's not like he had the herbs and spices like Kentucky Fried Chicken does, and you can't get them anywhere but KFC. It's not like he had some sort of unique selling point. He didn't have any Happy Meal toy that made him different from anyone. He was a locksmith, okay? And so I asked him, well, can you actually show me your brochure? And he said, yeah, okay. Now, look, I've lost the brochure. I'm doing this case study sometime later, so therefore I've lost the brochure. But what I've done, and I'll put it on your screen right now, you can see it in front of you right now, I'm showing you what his brochure looked like. There was a DL brochure, and we've mocked this one up quickly just for the sake of this case study, but that's what it looked like, okay? That was the front of it. Locks for your, for your home. Why? Because he thought the features was what it was important. Nobody cares about what a lock looks like. We all know what a lock looks like. And I said to him, how's that working for you? Not real well, he said. We're not really getting any response at all. I said, my goodness. On the back of that particular brochure, he just showed pictures of locks, of course, as you would. And I said, oh mate, look, you're selling the wrong thing. You're selling the features, not the benefits. Why do people get locks? And he went, oh, to keep out the bad guys. I said, yeah, of course. So therefore I said to him, okay, well, let me have a quick sketch. And we did this on the spot, by the way, on stage. So we got a pretty good reaction from it. And I, again, have misplaced the finished artwork that was put together by our art studio that this guy ended up using and transforming his business. But for the sake of this case study, I've sketched it up again, pretty much what I did on stage that day at my seminar. And so this is it coming up on your screen right now. I said, this is what we will do for you. We'll throw out that old, brochure that you had with a gigantic picture of locks. And what we'll do is that we'll use a door hanger, not a letterbox brochure, but a door hanger, whereby we will distribute that to the 10 or 15,000 homes around where he was. I think it was in Noosa, the Sunshine Coast. And you'll see what it says. Called in, but you weren't home. Guy there with a balaclava. No worries, I'll come back tonight. Now, on the flip side of that were the locks that he was selling and special deals for them and all about his services and so forth. And I apologise, I've lost the damn brochure, would you believe? So I'll have to mock up the whole thing again to put this on stage if I'm doing seminars. But for your purpose, watching this on your phone probably or desktop, you'll see the big difference between what he had and what we did. I'll put the before and after next to it right now so you can see what was and what is. Now, if you think I'm evil by showing the guy, can you imagine someone getting home from work? Imagine someone getting home from work and the door hanger on your right was on their door versus the other one on your left in their letterbox. I think I know which one might work best. Well, of course I do know, because he was just run off his feet. He rang me about 3 weeks later after the artwork has been put together, and of course we put the thing out, and he was panting. He was literally panting. He goes, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with this. Now, he did have a problem. It was very difficult for him to scale because there was only him in his business. But look, the reason I'm showing it to you is not because he necessarily made the money he should have made out of it if he'd scaled, but because it's basically shit to gold. It's showing you the difference between showing features and showing benefits. If features were to sell, then Jenny Craig on all of her social media advertising would have a picture of a bowl of rice, okay? She doesn't. Jenny Craig on her website and other communications has a picture of a lady who might be a bit overweight and she's not feeling good about herself, and then 4 weeks later she looks like a supermodel. Okay, so we're talking before and after. And in this instance, we had to, let's put it this way, locks are like insurance. It's a grudge purchase. I mean, a Billabong t-shirt or basically a Michael Jordan Nike running shoes, that's not a grudge purchase. That's something which is pretty sexy and hip and cool and all that sort of stuff. People want to go and buy it, okay, because it's an image thing. But buying insurance or buying locks, it's a grudge purchase. We don't want to actually buy that. So not too many people woke up this morning and said, you know what, I'm going to go out and buy some locks today. That's going to be a fantastic thing to do. They don't. So what you've got to do is futurecast for them. So if it's life insurance, it's got to be mum and dad and boy, girl at the front gate with the Labrador, and dad disappears, okay? If you're selling home and contents insurance, then of course it needs to be a house burning down or baddie breaking in with a crowbar. And in this instance, that's what we're selling. We're selling peace of mind. This guy can provide you the locks that will give you peace of mind. Now, showing a picture of the lock is about as silly as Jenny Craig showing a picture of a bowl of rice. So that's why the brochure that you'll see on the right now worked a dream, absolute dream. Can you imagine someone coming home and pulling that off their door handle and not being worried that they're going to be broken into tonight? And on the flip side of that were the things that he was selling, of course. So that's about it. I have to say to you is that if you are in a grudge purchase business, then you have to futurecast what life might be like if they don't begrudgingly buy your products or service. Brings me to free holidays. What's that got to do with someone in a balaclava? Hopefully not much. I don't particularly want to go to a hotel where the people behind the counter look like that. I bring it up because I'm going to flog it. Look, what I've done is that I've realised that there are a certain number of businesses and business owners who just will not necessarily invest in consulting. Okay, whether it's me or whether it's their accountant or financial planner or graphic arts, logo designs, or whatever it might be, they don't want to invest in that because guess what? They've got a brother-in-law or a daughter-in-law who is an artist or a web designer or whatever it might be. That's why there's so many crap websites out there and crap artwork and crap logos, by the way. Anyway, let me get back to all about me. This free holiday thing, many years ago I was responsible for increasing a certain building society's home loans by billions of dollars very quickly, because we said swap your home loan from the big four banks across to the greater building society and we'll give you a free holiday. And it worked like a dream, just nuts. We made it cost neutral because we just got rid of the honeymoon rate that they'd been giving and actually gave away free holiday. So the point is that the company in America that was putting together this incredible deal whereby they've got unsold hotel rooms and they put them together in these sorts of free holiday promotions, the hotel wins because they get rid of rooms that would have been empty and hopefully they'll make money on food and beverage. And the business wins because you can give away a free holiday for 4 nights and 5 days around Australia for $97 cost to you. And of course the consumer wins because they get a free holiday. So if you've got something, let's say for argument's sake, that sells for $1,000, you gave up a 10% discount, who cares? But if you said, look, I'm going to give you a free holiday if you buy XYZ, and you know the holiday's only going to cost you the equivalent of 10%, $97, can you imagine the stampede you're going to create? So if you want to know more about that, it is not only a lead generator, but an insane conversion tool. Then click the link above me or below me. And if you don't, then I'm going to send a guy in a balaclava around to your house, okay? No, I won't, I'm joking. That's about it. If you want any more details about the free holiday, click the link above or below me.